Hi, this is Jeff Scheetz. Welcome to Rock Guitar Tricks. I'm going to be showing you some of the most important tricks and techniques that you're going to need to know as you go on your journey to play rock guitar. We're going to be covering lots of different techniques. We're going to be going over things like natural harmonics, pinched harmonics, whammy bar stuff, some crazy tapping stuff, some sweeping, lots of different techniques, lots more than that even. But one thing to remember, I'm not going to show you the exhaustive way to play each of those techniques, right? What I want to do is teach you the technique, show you some examples of how to play it, let you listen to me play it a little bit so you get it in your ear as well as under your fingers, and then you're going to take it from there. So how this works is, I'll show you in the first place, I'll show you the technique, teach it to you, show you how to do it, some of the, do's and don'ts about it. Here's how we get this trick to sound the best that we can. And then I'm going to actually play it and do a couple examples over a jam track that we've included from my Rock Solid course. And then the next step is you're going to play the technique over that very same jam track. All right? So I think you're really going to dig this. It's a lot of fun with these techniques and tricks. You can really make some interesting sounds with some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with natural harmonics. All right, our first trick is going to be natural harmonics. We've got a couple of different kinds of harmonics to play here, and we're going to be playing our natural harmonics. But how do we get a harmonic in the first place? Well, it's pretty easy if we go up to the 12th fret, right? And we want to be playing right over the fret wire. When we're doing harmonics, we don't want to be over the center of the fret as if we were playing a note. We want to actually be over the fret wire. And what you're going to do is you barely touch, right? You barely touch the string and play. And that will give you the harmonic note, which is the same note as the note that's underneath there at the 12th fret. Now you can leave your finger there, but it works better if you're starting out just learning to do these to actually lift your finger off. Take your finger away so the second your pick hits the string, you lift your finger of your left hand off. Those occur there at our 12th fret. Other good places to find harmonics when you're really starting out trying to learn them is at the 5th fret, the 7th fret, the 9th fret. Now we can find harmonics all over the place, right? We can play them down here on the 4th fret, and we can play them, there are many songs, a lot of different songs that include natural harmonics. I can play them almost like scale fingering. Now it's not going to sound the same as a scale, but it gives us some idea of where we can play them and how we can actually use them, in a song. So it's important to know what notes you're actually playing when you're playing the harmonics. Real simply, just work on playing those. Make sure, once again, you're over the fret wire, not over the fret itself. And I'm barely touching. You're not pressing the string all the way down when you play harmonics. You're just barely touching it. Now, our other thing we can do with harmonics is play fretted harmonics, where we're actually going to play a note with our left hand here, and then we're going to do one of a couple of techniques. We can actually use our first finger of our right hand to actually fret that same note an octave up, right? So we're going to go up an octave from there, and then we're going to go. So what happens is I'm actually using the pick, as you can see, back behind my fret, or my right hand finger, and I'm getting that same harmonic there. Now I can do that with the pick, or I can do it with my thumb, and actually you can see, if I get in the right position here for you to see this, I'm picking with my thumb on the string behind where my first finger is. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to go. So you can do some neat things with this, like an actual, do some interesting kind of picking with a fretting a harmonic, and picking an open string or a fretted string, as the case may be, combination. We can also do a harmonic. We can get a harmonic by tapping. So I'm going to tap an exact octave up for where I am here. So if I'm on the 3rd string at the 7th fret, right, then I need to tap an octave up, or 12 frets up, which will be on the 3rd string at the 19th fret. And when I tap, once again, I want to tap right over the fret wire, barely touching it, not pressing it all the way down, right? I just want to barely touch it.
and I can just follow scale patterns, or I can follow chord patterns. And all I'm doing is tapping the harmonic up above there, okay? Now, as I said, harmonics occur all up and down the neck. So if we touch with real lightly with the finger, so even if I'm way up here, I'm barely touching with my thumb on the string, right? You can see that way over where my right hand's picking. You can do some kind of interesting things with that. Now the other way, this is sort of a trick part of it. The other thing you'll hear is sometimes guys will actually do like a pull-off from, if say we take our fifth string on, or our fourth string from the 4th fret to the 2nd fret to open. And with my left hand I'm going to do that. And then I'm barely going to touch with my right hand, or my right finger right here on the 4th string. So you hear that a lot of times. So I'm actually generating the movement of the string down here with my left hand, and then I'm playing the harmonic up here with my right hand. So there's a lot of neat things you can do with these. Just experiment with them, get used to playing them, get used to the technique, practice. Now you can play these with the distortion sound like I have, or you can do them cleaner. We roll back the distortion, you can still get your harmonics. Doesn't make any difference, they're always going to be there. Might be a little bit easier to get if you're starting out with your distortion on. But not only do I want you to play with them and play around with them, I want you to listen to other songs, listen to songs and other players, and see if you can hear when and where they're actually throwing these harmonics in. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and jam over a track with them, and I'll just go ahead and insert them in a couple places so you can kind of hear when I'm using them, and I may pull my hand way back away just so you make sure you really see what I'm doing with it, and that'll be easier for you to see, and I'll just go through a couple passages of a song from my Rock Solid course.